think while I'm doing this, I would, as the vision kind of appears to me, I would be that. So Star would be hearing what it is that I'm experiencing and seeing.
Okay.
To the best of my ability would be describing.
Excellent. All right.
With
well
your
then,
superior role, you can definitely type enough for.
well, if that can be
recognize
treated
more
as a
than
help, then I'd really appreciate that, Ross. I don't know if you will allow that, but I am going to call upon a miracle of Dana for guidance to save my sister. How do I save my sister? Prevent these malign influences that are seeking to harm her or control her.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'm certainly
Guidance
happy to
miracle. Okay.
roll the success of the
Okay.
previous roll into a guidance miracle.
Perfect. I have a fate of 11. Not a fate, a devotion of 11. And I roll a 72, which puts me at a good result. And do I get, what, a column shift or something?
I'm just checking. You get a +1 column shift from a helping roll. So, yes.
So I get a great guidance miracle out of this. As I call out to Dana, and the moon glows and bathes us in moonlight.
Okay.
I'll even be all pagan about it. I'll, like, pull my shirt down from my shoulders as I raise my arms up to Dana.
Ooh, okay. So you have continued to restrain your sister, and okay. So, as you say, the moonlight bathes you. The clouds have parted around the moon. The wind gently whispers in your ears the words Dana herself. And she... the influences of the unseelie are difficult to save people from, to get rid of, but
this is Morningstar.
Yes, but there are many. The Dagda placed many healing herbs on this world, many of which could help deal with charms and evil influences. Sure, you could find something to help save your sister.
Excellent. Well, I am Plant Mistress, and my gal pal here is Plant Mistress 2. So we are going to...
If only you weren't on a ship in the middle of the sea.
Well, as soon as possible. We can work with this if we have to.
But yes.
Okay.
I feel like as guidance that might be.
Well, I'm pretty guided.
I will make a note to carry forward some column shifts to find them. Because it feels like.
All right. Well, I'll say to girl, I'll say to girl, thank you. This is that love, death, assassin, scary she guy that she was involved with back at Smith City. He's apparently calling her back. He was all wrapped up in these schemes that I think got Pure Fire in trouble, and led the elf attack on the warehouse. Wait, remind me. When the elves went to go attack, that was after the big battle at the warehouse. So Ross, can you remind me?
So what you know is you know about one battle at the warehouse, I think. Just to be confusing, there were two different warehouses.
Okay, that's what I was just wondering. Right. So, and we've all talked to each other. So the business with the dwarf, the boat, Adolfo, and Ernest. Not to forget.
The last thing you know about that is that...
everybody ran off because of a ghost.
Yes.
Right.
So no one knows
Right.
what happened after that. But
Right.
there was then a massing of elves to do something. Give me an intuition.
Intuition or memory?
Intuition.
Okay.
Because this isn't about...
This is about
remembering
putting
something.
2 and 2 together. Okay.
Yes.
Not the best roll. Poor.
Okay. So...
Unless you want to do that column shift business you were just mentioning.
If you want to take it now, I can say...
I'd say so. So let's hop me
Passable?
to a passable.
Okay, so you are obviously therefore aware that the elves are very precious about their fallen kinfolk. After all, many people believe that elven bones are magical and be used for many things, and so elves are always buried in the elven graveyard. So it's likely the massing body of elves was to go and reclaim all the murdered elf guardsmen and other murdered potentially dead elves from within the city. And that would also explain the elven ships sailing downriver that you saw yesterday, probably taking the recovered corpses off.
Okay.
Since you wanted to know what the elf people were massing for. But
Right.
it doesn't do anything useful about Morningstar. But sorry, I interrupted you.
No, that's okay. I'm just relating that to... So that was sort of my flash of intuition. I'm going to try to remember anything else about Morningstar. What did... I mean, I know what he was, and... Is there anything that that either Moonsglow has told me? Is there anything that I can remember that anyone else has mentioned? Anything I can glean from Ernest's cagey behavior in my mind, putting it together, and thinking about the Hydra's teeth and all the rest of it. Thinking about my family connections.
Yep.
Can I... see if I can use memory.
Okay. Yep, that seems reasonable.
Ooh, that's right. My memory has gotten really awesome. So 14 with a 74 gives me a great result. I've used my intuition to kind of put 2 and 2 together, and then I thought. I drew circles in the air, and I drew lines between the circles in the air, and then I say, I think... Okay.
I think what you almost certainly put together is that...
Here, girl, sit on her. I have to think. Walking back and forth.
The KG, and as you suggested, perhaps misnamed Ernest, seems most likely to be a agent of the Elven Empire, engaged in some sort of nefarious plotting activity. And it seems reasonable to assume that the Unseelie Corps, represented by Morningstar, were attempting to disrupt, so that they were antagonists rather than working.
I got it. Girl, I don't mean to order you around. Can you help me get my sister down below and we can at least keep an eye on her? Is she awake at all?
She is weakly struggling to continue to get off the ship at the moment, but perhaps if you wanted to try and wake her up, you could do that. For what?
Look, there's some water. No problem. I'll give her the bucket treatment.
Okay. She wakes up.
Okay, and I'll say
cold and wet and gives you the most sisterly look of disdain and outrage that you can.
No problem. I'll pat her on the cheek and say, I love you too, and I'm going to bolt because I have an idea. And if I have to drop by my stuff and grab the letters that Morningstar gave me, I will.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go and find where Ernest is.
Okay. I imagine, dive into your cabin and dive back out again, brandishing letters. Christabel, you would probably be woken up by this if you want to pay anything. But I don't think you have to.
You want me to stay with Moon's Glow? Is that what you're?
Yeah, she's awake now. Bring her down below.
Okay.
Don't listen to anything she says except like important things. Yeah. Shall I bother Christabel? I'll just say, sleep. Go ahead, sleep. Miss all the excitement, and then dash out again. Trusting to see what her natural curiosity does.
On deck, Moon's Glow is asking you what the hell is going on. If you wanted to explain things to her in some way.
I think I would just explain that you were sleepwalking and Star had not been and going on. You would be swimming in the ocean right now because you were not only sleepwalking, but you were about to the sea.
She doesn't look like she believes you at all. But in fact, actually, give me a sincerity roll, I guess.
This one always seems to fail me. My sincerity, I'm not. But it's
which is weird because.
Yeah, exactly.
Anybody want that hot?
I got an inferior result.
I think, as much as anything, this is just Moon's Glow with elven disdain, not taking.
Shut up, barbarian. Yeah.
Wild woman's words as any face value, and she's still there, dripping wet and unhappy and probably going somewhere. I imagine you might follow her, but you don't know.
So
are you knocking on Ernest's cabin door?
Knocking on his door, pish posh. I'm going in there.
Okay. It's not locked. Door's open. You burst in. Sitting cross-legged on the floor, meditating, is Ernest.
On the floor, meditating. Awesome. Hey, asshole, look at these. And I'll toss the letters into his lap. Secret unseelie communications from Morningstar to who knows who. I'm putting my sister under the protection of the Elven Empire with you as its agent.
Ooh. Okay. What sort of role might we have for that? That feels like it could be a bargain roll if I'm ready to do something. So yeah, go for that if you want.
I'm not that good a bargainer.
Well, you have to say else if you want. What's
that?
I said if it's not a bargain and regarded anything else, then look at that if you want. But it felt like you were going to interrogate him, but then you kind of
I'm thinking about bargain is probably correct. Okay. Sadly. So I'm going to go for it. But
okay, I'm going to give you a plus one column shift as he looks at the paperwork. And
unfortunately, I roll quite well, so that's good. My rolls have turned around, fortunately. And so with a bargain of 6, and with a column shift, I get my good. I rolled a passable, so I'm a good. Excellent. I have made my case.
Okay, cool. So he's looking at the papers, and he asks where you got these from.
I just told you, I got them from Morningstar, the same asshole who just tried to enchant my sister to fling herself off the ship and dog paddle all the way back to Smith City.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Unfortunate for you, because you are now in charge of her.
Again, he says, I must apologize for involving your family in important business of the state. But it was entirely necessary. They were...
Hey, listen. I get enough of this from my friends. They're always going on about moral justifications of why they do it and what they do and why they feel bad about it and all that shit. Not my thing. I get it. You serve some interests and you believe in them. Good for you. If you want to apologize to anybody, I don't know, find a god. I would appreciate you honoring this arrangement. And if you think, if you want to know what I believe in, it has something to do with honoring arrangements.
How refreshing to meet someone who puts their points so up front. I'm certainly glad that these documents didn't end up with anybody else, and I'll certainly be happy to take Moonsglow under my wing.
And if you're interested to know about this, I'm kind of good about finding ... documents.
Oh, well, it's certainly worth bearing in mind in future.
Right then, said sister is roaming around the ship, soaking wet. Unless girl has been able to convince her otherwise, she's probably pissed off. So, your job starts there. Good night.
Ooh. Okay. So he's stalking off into the ship looking for...
Excellent. And I'll just let girl know that our work here is done.